Have you ever wondered why people always price their house at $299 or $199 or $149? I've always done this my entire career until I started doing a certain study that completely changed my mind on pricing my listings at anything other than whole numbers. And in the next few minutes, I am going to explain to you why I have been doing it wrong my whole career and why now I always advise my clients to price their houses at whole numbers. So let's go to the whiteboard. Okay, so here what you are looking at is called a target market analysis. And really simply put is it is just showing the buyer activity or the showing activity in a certain time interval in stipulated price ranges. So what you're looking at here is about 90 days. I'm searching to give ourselves a nice broad range of data to look at. A huge price range, but again, just trying to get as much as we can between 100,000 and 500,000, and just in the area that I live in, because I want a lot of information, but I don't want too much information. So here's what you're looking at. This is the number of showings in this period of time, and these are the price ranges broken down into $25,000 intervals. The reason that we are going to always price our listings at whole numbers is because of the anatomy of the buyer. And what I mean by that is that buyers don't look up to $299. They look to and from whole numbers. So they're going to look from 300 to 350 or from 250 to 300. So if you price your house at a whole number, you are actually going to be landing on the search inquiry of multiple different demographics or submarkets of buyers. So let me kind of illustrate that and explain it to you. If we believe that our house is worth around $300,000 and our plan is to list it at $300,000, we are going to be appealing to anybody looking from $300,000 and anybody looking up to $300,000, for example. So in that scenario, there's a chance that you could have missed out on the largest demographic of buyers that are active in the market in that particular price range. Furthermore, we are going to be perceived as the best value or the lower end of the price range for anybody looking from $300,000, and we are going to be perceived as the best house or the high end of the price range spectrum for anybody looking up to $300,000. Now, the same principle applies for any of these psychological levels that come up when people are looking. So people tend to look to and from increments of 25,000 in my experience. So people look from 125 to 150, 150 to 175. So the same principle can apply for pricing your house at these type of numbers too. So let me show you another example of how that would have worked at a $25,000 increment. So in this example, let's say that you want to list right around $175,000. If you would have priced your house at $174,000 or $174,900 rather than $175,000, you would have found that you would be showing up on the search inquiries for anybody looking up to $174,000, but you would have missed out on a huge portion of the buyer demographic that is looking from $175,000, if that makes sense. So again, pricing at 175 in this scenario, let's say 175 to 200, would have really added a ton of additional buyer traffic to your listing by simply just pricing it at 175 rather than 174.9 or 174. Now, in my career, I have seen people doing this and still do this to this day, and even I did it all the way up until I started to realize that it is more beneficial to show up on more buyers search criteria than it is to attempt to win some kind of psychological advantage over pricing my house $100 less than a whole number rather than just pricing at the whole number. So if you like this video, please give it a like and a share and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.